Pop Detective, Pop Detective.
Pop Detective Records, the podcast.
Asking if he would go down and get violent if you'd be so good.
Hey, Joe, where you going with that gun in your hand?
Patrick has some shouting in a big loud bang. Violet fell down the stairs in Patrick's arms. 8 years from the day that Buddy Holly died, there was to be a murder-suicide.
Yes, the Deadbeat Poets with the Staircase Stomp. Coolest song in the world from a couple of years ago on Little Steven's Underground Garage, Sirius XM. And the Deadbeat Poets, they've been in the studio putting together their next album. I've heard many of the tracks that will be selected from for the new album. And I'll tell you, with every album they release, it just gets better and better. This one, too, is just another mind-blowing adventure. That's pretty much all I can say about it. So hopefully in the next 2 months, we'll have a brand new album from the Deadbeat Poets. Something to look forward to. Hey, coming up at the end of this month, that's April, there's going to be a New York rock and roll weekend put on by Cave Stomp and the Underground Garage from Sirius XM. It's going to feature 2 Pop Detective Records artists playing in New York at the end of April. The Jelly Bricks and John and Brittany, both of which have been Coolest Song in the World winners. Jelly Bricks had their second one just a few weeks ago with their track About the Weekend. Also on the bill, Coolest Song in the World winners, The Connection, and one of my faves, Palmyra Delran. That's 4 fantastic bands. They're playing 2 dates, first of which is Friday, April 25th at the Rock Shop in Brooklyn, and followed by Sunday, April 27th at the Mercury Lounge. What a fantastic rock and roll weekend in New York at the end of April. by Cave Stomp in the Underground Garage. So let's listen to a bit of John and Brittany from their latest album. This is one of my favorite tracks off the record. The video for it is also fantastic. Here is Paper Planes.
What's with you?
I'm not
Yeah, that's the Dolmans with Dumb Me Down, the track written for them by Francis McDonald of Teenage Fan Club. There's also a great video we made for Dumb Me Down, shot in and around Haddonfield, New Jersey. And a little hint, it also stars both of my daughters in small cameo parts for that. But speaking of the Dolmans, there is a new EP in production right now. It should be available in about a week. It's got a brand new single written by Kurt Baker, produced by Ed Stasium of Ramones fame, called He's a Drag, backed with a cover of an ABBA song, Ring Ring. Great little EP. It does also include 2 videos that we shot with the Dolmans. The first one shot in and around New York City with Bright City Lights, and of course the video we just mentioned, Dumb Me Down. So that EP will be out real soon. Keep a watch at Pop Detective Records, popdetective.com for that. And right before that, of course, was John and Brittany with Paper Planes. Let's slow it down a tad right now. Another new band on Pop Detective Records out of Norway as well. Band called Saturday City. Features the Gulbrandsen brothers. And it's just some beautiful singer-songwriter music that I just had to put it out here in the States and see what we can do with it. But this is just a gorgeous track from Saturday City called Misty Grass.
The sun rose up on misty grass. She held my hand, and years flew past. We walked along on cold beach sand. Her feet were bare. She held my hand. The fog was thick, but clearing up. We watched the sea. The damp rose up. There's nothing like a summer day turning yellow from dark gray. Sometimes days, it took forever to get through. The birds were watching, then they flew.
That was Misty Grass by Saturday City brand new 5-track EP on Pop Detective Records. It's all pretty much just like that. It's the kind of music you stick a pair of good headphones on and sit back and just chill. Absolutely gorgeous. Really love it. As I mentioned earlier, New York Rock and Roll Weekend coming up at the end of April, put on by Cave Stomp and the Underground Garage Sirius XM. There's 2 New York dates for this 4-band combination, and if you're in the area, you do not want to miss it. You've got Pop Detective Records artists The Jelly Bricks. If you've never seen them live, you're in for a treat. They put on a heck of a live show. There's going to be John and Brittany from Pop Detective. Again, what a show. I mean, John Fay, consummate professional, is as good as it gets. And then you combine him with Brittany Rotondo. What do I say about Brittany? My gosh, cotton candy. And you got The Connection. I've never seen them live, but the music they play is bang on, and I can't wait to see it. And, of course, the legendary, how can you be legendary when you're so young and beautiful and talented, Palmyra Delran. I mean, come on, what a 4-band bill. They're going to be at the Rock Shop in Brooklyn on Friday, April 25th, followed by the Mercury Lounge on Sunday, April 27th. I'm going to be at the Mercury Lounge show. So if you do stop by, make sure you introduce yourself to me. Mark Hirschberger, Pop Detective Records. Ask me for a Pop Detective Records lapel pin. I'll be glad to give you one. And speaking of the bill, let's finish up episode 3 of the Pop Detective Records podcast with the Jelly Bricks, a track from their brand new album. It's available digitally. The hard copy will not be available for about another 2 to 3 weeks, I believe. But anyhow, here's a track called Hate Speaker from the Jelly Bricks.
Mr. Tell You How It Is has found a talking point again about what's wrong with someone else, how they never could be friends, but no one understands the aggravating circumstances for someone who believes. Hey, speaker, no one wants to hear you, no one's coming near you now, you're on your own. Hey, speaker.
the Jelly Bricks with Hate Speaker off their brand new Pop Detective Records release, Youngstown Tune-Up. You got to grab that album. Wow. And they will be at the New York Rock and Roll Weekend at the end of April, on the 25th at the Rock Shop in Brooklyn, and the 27th at the Mercury Lounge, with John and Brittany, The Connection, and Palmyra Del Ran. I'll see you there on April 27th. That's it for Pop Detective Records Podcast Episode 3. Hope you enjoy. Stay tuned next week for Episode 4. In the meantime, rock on. Thanks, everyone.
Pop Detective, Pop Detective.
Pop Detective Records, the podcast.